What's up guys, and welcome back to another G35 video. In today's video we're going to be talking about the mods that I've had from July till now. Last update video was in July, so this is kind of like a little refresh on all the new mods that I've done since then, and let's get to it.
Hey Joe, we sponsored by Geico. Use discount code Julio's for discounts on Geico.
So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the idler pulley delete. That was what we did last video, so I'm going to do a little update now that I've gotten to drive it at least like a week. First thing that I noticed immediately after deleting the pulley was that I got smoother idle. I guess since we're deleting a pulley, it's just going to run a little smoother, and it also did run a little bit quieter. So those are the two main things that I realized after, you know, deleting the pulley and driving it around. I really noticed those two as a big difference. As for performance gains, I really didn't notice any difference. You know, you're shaving off 1 pound, you're not shaving multiple pulleys or anything, so it's not gonna really change how the car is. It is a good thing to remove though, because you are removing a whole pulley, so if the pulley were to ever go bad, you would have to replace it. So in my eyes, just remove it and put a little spacer and you're solid. Now for any of these mods, if you guys want to see the actual video for each one, I'll leave them in the description down below, or I'm gonna have a little icon in the top right of the screen and you can go ahead and check it out, and that's gonna show every single mod that we've done from this video. So if you wanted to go into depth, you can go ahead and check it out. So next thing I want to update you guys on is the transmission. If you guys had seen the transmission video I uploaded a couple weeks ago, you guys would have seen that I replaced the transmission fluid from Redline to OEM fluid because I was getting hard shifts and it was just not feeling the way it's supposed to. So I ended up switching back to OEM Nissan transmission fluid, and since then I've actually noticed improvements on the shifting. So with the OEM fluid, I did notice that the transmission was shifting a lot smoother in comparison to Redline. But another thing that I didn't really think about, the transmission is actually quieter. For whatever reason, the transmission shifts and just sounds a lot quieter when you're, you know, driving it around town. I'm fully recommending OEM fluid for your manual transmission, and I don't really recommend Redline unless you're driving the car pretty hard on a daily basis. For the next mod, we're going to talk about the MREV2 and the planar spacer from Motordyne. So far I've had no issues with the planar spacer or the MREV2. I installed it exactly the way they said to, and so far it's great. Now I did notice right off the bat the mid-range was a lot better, had a lot more power in the mid-range. This is like a great easy mod just because it gives a good amount of power for the price you're paying. Normally you're going to be paying more to get anything else out of these engines, and it's no reason that they always put it in 350Zs, they put it in G35s. This mod has been proven, it's been dyno tested, and it just works. Alright guys, so next one we're going to talk about is the vinyl wrap that I did on my roof. So this wrap is from Avery. It's a gloss black wrap, and I ended up installing this like a couple months ago, and so far it's held up great. There's no rips, no tears, everything looks the same. So there's two things that I want to say about the wrap though. One is you have to make sure when you're washing the car that you really scrub this down. If there's any bird poop on it or anything, it kind of leaves a stain if you don't wipe it down properly. So the second thing is that it's not as glossy as I would like it to. I know that 3M actually has a glossier finish than this, but if you're not really sure of what to get, if you're the first timer that you don't know how to wrap, I would suggest getting Avery. It's just easier to wrap your car with. But if you're a little experienced, intermediate, or advanced, you can go ahead and get 3M, and it comes with a glossier finish than this. So again guys, if you want to see any of these mods, any of the original videos of how to install this, how to, you know, install any of the parts I've been talking about, go ahead and check the link in the description, or top right corner you can click the little eye icon and it's going to take you to each one of these videos in case you're interested and want to check them out for yourself. So now the last update that I want to talk to you guys about is the Hotchkiss sway bars that I installed in the G35 a couple months back. I ended up buying those sway bars from Concept Z. I recommend Concept Z for just cheap prices. So these sway bars make it really enjoyable for daily driving, just driving around town, you know, hitting corners a little faster than you should, but they're really enjoyable to drive on, and that's why I really recommend them for people who are looking to just make daily driving a lot more enjoyable. These sway bars are amazing at that. So these sway bars are actually adjustable, so if you need to adjust them for whatever reason, if you want a little more oversteer, understeer, whatever it is, neutral, they offer that with different holes where you can put the end links on. So we'll be doing a video in the future on this G35 and the mods I have planned for it, so stay tuned for that. Go ahead and subscribe, turn on post notifications to be alerted to be the first one to watch that video. So with that being said guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Alright, so next one we're going to talk about is the MREV2 and the plenum spacer from Motordyne themselves. Did I need to add them themselves?